When we last talked, we talked about nose picking in public. Like how you just kind of want to get it and you want to try and hide it, but you can't. So what strategies do you go about with getting wedgies? Because for me, it's always kind of like that crab walk. Like, you don't do the arms or anything, but you're kind of like wallering side by side, and you're just like, kind of like, yep, I'm going to get it. Kind of like doing a weird little truffle shuffle type thing. But luckily, with the new underwear that I have, they're like, I won't go into details, but they don't usually bunch up like that. But I remember way back, that was a really common issue. But back when I used to have that issue, it would always be, okay, yeah, there's no way I'm going to get it out. I'm going to go back to the bathroom, or I'm going to find like a dark corner. I'm just going to be like, just go back there and just like pull it. Because one of those things where you don't want people looking at you doing it, because otherwise they're going to be like, ew, he's touching his butt. Even though we easily scratch our butts at least 5 times a day. Just saying. 5 times a day, don't you lie, you like scratching your butt. It feels good. Don't know why. That's just one of those spots that we don't regularly itch, is it? No, it's not. But when you get it, you're just like, oh, yeah, that's really good. So yeah, how do you deal with your wedgies? Welcome to the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Come on in. Take off your pants. Let's have ourselves a bowl of cereal. Or today, we're going to be going with a new cereal, but a familiar cookie. We're going to be going with the Chips Ahoy. The Oreos were really, really good. So now we're going to try the Chips Ahoy Oys. So, to be quite honest, I'm hoping that these taste exactly like Chips Ahoy, but they're just like little smaller guys. Because I think, oh wow, that has a weird smell. That smells like a Yankee Candle. What the hell is this witchcraft? Oh, I don't want to eat a candle. You calm the hell down. Alright, let's do our first taste test with milk. The taste is better than smell. It is definitely not what I was expecting. And you can bet your butt this will probably, after I finish the box, it'll probably never be on the show again. Cookie Crisp is 10 times better than that. Put name brand on something doesn't make it better. But welcome back to the show, everybody, where we are now in week 3 of the Fat and Happy Show. Didn't think I was going to make it this far, but here we are. Let's go ahead and get on into it. So let's go ahead and get political, shall we? We're going bad news for today first, just to get it out of the way. The shooting in Atlanta that killed Rayshard Brooks is obviously one of the big headlines now. Another white cop has killed another black male. Oh my God, what are they doing? Why? This is America, damn it. We're Black Lives Matters movement. What are you doing, cops? Double think before you shoot. And to be quite honest, the body footage was released. Anybody who watches this footage, if you read the comments, most people agree the cop did nothing wrong. But yet, the chief stepped down, the cop was fired, and I'm very confused. If you don't know what happened, it was basically a brawl in a Wendy's drive-thru. Everything's good and calm. But eventually, after they start putting cuffs on him because he was obviously drunk and too drunk to drive, he ended up getting a little fussy. He ended up having a little impromptu WWE wrestling match in that Wendy's parking lot featuring the Baconator. And then what do we have? We have a brawl of the century where pretty much he goes ahead and he gets his hands on a cop's taser and starts running off. And you don't do that. Obviously, he was drunk, so he didn't know any better. I don't know how being drunk works. But regardless, he took the taser, turned around when he saw the cop was after him, fired the taser, and then the cop fired back with a pistol. Do I think the cop needed to be fired? No. I think the cop should have been allowed the opportunity to step down. That's how I think that one should have went. But the mayor even called for him to get fired, and I absolutely don't support that mayor at all. The cop did nothing wrong. The cop was fired at. And if you get shot at, even with a taser, you don't want that guy going around in public. But I think what we're at now with society and the cops is we need to get cops trained on non-lethal takedowns. We need to have something better. We need to get them aiming for the ass or something. Like just be like, hey, you see that thick ass on that person right there? You shoot there. You can't kill him for a shot to the ass. Just stop aiming up here. Start aiming towards that ass. So that way, you get them taken down and they're not going to die, and they'll learn their lesson on running away from cops. These two guys I would label as good cops. They had a great attitude, approached the situation very calmly, had the guy get completely unruly, he ran off with the cop's weapon. I don't know what was expected to happen. I honestly don't. So, there was no racism involved in this at all. The guy ran away. So that is my stance on it. And if you got a disagreement with this at all, please make sure you watch that tape first and then absolutely message me. I would love to hear someone else's view on this, because my view is very much the guy was in the wrong. Did he deserve to die? Absolutely not. Human life is precious, but I don't know how else that outcome really should have been seen to have gone down. I just don't. Maybe the cops weren't trained properly enough to take down the guy. It should have been a 2v1. He should have been pinned down. I don't know how the guy got away and how he got his hands on the cop's freaking taser. I don't know how that happened, but he did. But now we get into some good news, which this is very much happy news for me. Very much happy news. There is apparently a fat pill that is being developed by Virginia Tech and is currently being used on mice, where mice are currently losing muscle, or they're not losing muscle mass at all, but they're losing fat cells. They're not gaining a body temperature or anything. They're just losing weight. To me, this is what I've been waiting for. Because guess what, people? I'm not really fat by choice. I don't really eat that much on a regular basis. But my body hates me. My metabolism hates me. And I really don't know where to go. Because if I diet, then I just suffer. That's how that works. In order for me to lose a substantial enough weight, then I'm just down eating next to nothing, and it just kind of sucks. But it is what it is. But regardless, the fact that this medicine is actually working on mice is a step in the right direction to get this to human development. So when would this be coming to market for humans? Not for a long time to come, but who knows? Who knows when this could come out and if it'll ever actually make it to market. All I know is that this is a win-win-win-win-win-win-win thing for everybody. There is no downside to a situation like this. With a fat-burning medicine, this would only encourage more companies to have, one, like all-you-can-eat buffets, number two, just bigger consumerism in general. If you're able to eat whatever you want, you don't have to watch what you're eating. Like, it's just going to stimulate nothing but more economy and the toilet paper industry. But that is just something that I am kind of excited for. I'm going to keep tracking it. Michigan University did something earlier, and now Virginia Tech is like going a little bit further. So I'm excited. I'm excited because I want my summer swim body ready, and this ain't fitting in a bikini yet. But now let's go ahead and get on into that awesome act of the day, which is going out to Band-Aid, which is kind of odd. Band-Aid is doing something that has needed to be done for quite some time, and it's something that a lot of people probably never really considered. In their attempt to battle systematic racism, they are now going to be having more and more Band-Aids with different colors on them. And I'm not talking like a yellow, not talking like a pink, but I'm talking like different shades of brown. So that way different races can have different color Band-Aids. And I think this is a great idea. There's one stipulation though that I'm not really too excited about, but we'll get there. The more that I've been learning about the Black Lives Matter movement, the more that I kind of see different things like this. And this is another thing I never even thought about. If an African American needs a Band-Aid, they're going to get this color Band-Aid. They're not going to get one in their shade. It's something weird. I never really thought about it. It's nice that they're going to have that option now. I have no idea when it's going to be hitting shelves, but it's nice. The only problem I have with this is I work in retail. And our retail section for Band-Aids is pretty small. So I don't know how easy this is going to be to cut in. And you're probably going to need a box for every single skin tone. And then you got different types of Band-Aids. And then you're going to have another skin tone for each of those. So you would be having a Band-Aid section going from this big to now 5 times the amount for all the different shades potentially. And it's going to be interesting to see how they approach it, if they approach it that way, or if they're just going to have like a multi-race box, multi-race box, multi-race box for each of the different types. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm interested to track and see how it's going to work, and if it'll even come to a store like mine, or if it'll only be and black neighborhoods. Either way though, good on you, Band-Aid. You are doing something just like Crayola did with having the multi-race colored pencils and crayons. I think it's a great way to go into the step in the right direction for equality. Now for that good old dad joke of the day. Now this one is just gonna be one of those I guarantee you've probably heard, and if you haven't, it's just a good old classic. Now this joke is only valid in one situation, not when you're driving past a graveyard. You see that graveyard over there? It's a pretty popular graveyard. People are dying to get in.
Can't be dying if you're already dead.
Ah, it's so stupid. It's stupid, but it's funny.
Oh, it's not.
And now for the pet photo of the day, which is something different. Yet again, I love different. We actually have a snake, a Colombian red-tail boa, which just sounds deadly to me. Anytime you hear boa, you just think boa constrictor, which are the big freaking huge snakes that go around your neck and choke you out. Only thing that scares me worse than a snake is a spider. Actually, scratch that. Snakes scare me more than spiders. Snakes are like pretty up there. Just because they all have bangs, they just all do. Like, it doesn't matter if it's poisonous or not. If a snake gets in your arm, it is going to hurt. It's gonna bleed. It's gonna blah, 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 blah all over. It's gonna, and it's just gonna hang there, and you're just like, ha, 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 look, I'm a Christmas tree with a snake hanging off a damn arm. Oh, the snake's name is Maple, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Now back to my story. With a spider, the spiders don't scare me so much because you wanna know something? I'm bigger than you. I'm quicker than you. I can spray water at you and you are going to go down the damn drain and die. Itsy bitsy spider went down the shower drain. AKA, I can kill a spider very easily. I can kill it with a tissue. I can kill it with that. I can't kill a snake that easily. I'm gonna be petrified if I toss something at it and I miss. Okay, if I swing my shovel at that snake and I miss, I'm screaming. I'm running that way. I'm screaming, saying fuck this, gonna burn my house down because you wanna know something? That snake is gonna come back for my family. So, there's that. Hate snakes, but you wanna know something? If someone had a snake and it was like defanged or something like that, I would gladly touch it with a 4-foot pole. Now, let's get on to the 2 cents of the day.
Now's the part of the show where Kyle gives his 2 cents.
Anytime that you go out with a full wallet full of money, you often think, I've got to buy something. And it's not uncommon to have that idea. If you have the money, what's the point? You're supposed to spend it. But maybe, before you think about buying something, you should evaluate how good is the item. Will you get money out of it? Will you get your money's worth out of it? That's a question you must ask yourself. I went to a new type of shop today, and I was asking myself, what should I buy? There was a lot there. I found a briefcase with a computer monitor in it that you could put your console in. You could put your gaming console and game on the go. That's pretty cool. But alas, $125, I had to pass. I felt I would not be able to get my money's worth out of it. So instead, I settled for something more practical. A $30 fireproof briefcase. So that way, I could keep all my documents that I need to keep safe in a special container. You never know if your house could burn down. You just never know. So this is a briefcase, $30 to make sure that I have safety on my most precious things for the rest of my life. I think that that's pretty worth it. But I could not justify $125. So next time you pick up a pair of shoes, truly ask yourself, do you really need it? Girlfriend's gonna hate me for that one. She loves shoes. She loves shoes a lot. Whatever happened to global warming? Anyways, like, we're all about Black Lives Matter right now, but like, I thought last year we were like all about saving the earth, and now the earth is just like burning. They burned down that Wendy's, by the way. From the bad news segment that we talked about, they burned down the Wendy's. What did Wendy's do? They just shot the guy in the parking lot. Wendy's had nothing to do with it. Wendy's is a great place fresh, never frozen beef nuggets that are meant to die for, and they have the Frosty. 3 glorious things sent from the heavens, and you burned it down. It's unforgivable, people. It's unforgivable. These riots need to stop. I swear. This country is a fun place to live because you never know what you're going to wake up to. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Fat and Happy Show, everybody. Hopefully y'all got a little fatter and happier with me, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow for Tuesday's episode.